Welcome to the show. This is the Jay and Cody Show.
You fucking asshole.
Since I'm starting it off.
I like how you still do it right, though.
What do you mean?
You name the... You prioritize the name.
This is the Cody and Jay Show. Alphabetical is more grammatically correct, I guess. I don't know.
Anyway. You got me.
Any fun plans going on today? How you been? Since I last saw you about 24 hours ago.
Well, there's some stuff to talk about.
Sure,
but,
there is.
We'll get into that later. We got some stuff to cover.
Sure.
Prior to that.
Right.
I believe you had a...
I do. I have a funny little... It's really actually... Most people would find it sad, but I don't.
Is it about your grandpa?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. We were talking about MTV yesterday. And so I know you're a huge fan of it.
I love it.
Yeah.
The road rules.
And I know that...
Real road. I don't think it's been a thing since the mid-90s.
I don't think so. I know that 16 and Pregnant was one of your favorite shows.
Loved that show, actually.
I also know that you were quite fond of a girl named Valerie Fairman. Was
she the one that did the porn?
I don't know.
I feel like she did. And
maybe.
If she did, I jerked off to that motherfucker.
Maybe.
Did I see her? Do you have a picture?
Yeah. Well, she died.
Oh.
Now,
I don't think she is.
Here's what I find funny. She was 23. Supposedly, she died of an overdose. Her daughter's like 7 years old, I believe. Here's what I find funny about this story.
Did they say what drug she was on or whatever?
No, they just said overdose. Like, they're still kind of... I mean, this was just like yesterday, I think. Yesterday or like early this morning, they found whatever. They're still kind of doing some autopsies.
Gotcha.
But
talk screen probably isn't even back yet. Yeah.
Last year, you know what she got arrested for?
Huh?
Prostitution.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same chick.
Oh, really?
That I'm thinking.
I don't recognize her, but I figured since you were all into that scene,
right?
Maybe you would. I just want to throw out, when you have which would at that time be a 6-year-old daughter, why are you whoring yourself out?
Is it even fair to say, like... Which actually does remind me of something to go into, and it'll just have to be a callback.
Okay.
But is it fair to be like, oh, she was a mother of a 7-year-old if you're a druggie and a prostitute? Like, you're not really a mother. I mean...
Right. I mean, it's that whole, like, anyone can be a father.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be a dad type deal.
Right.
I get that.
I feel like that's the opposite.
It's not.
Really?
I don't think.
I don't know.
I mean, no, maybe it is the opposite. Anyone can be a dad.
I put more into father, like,
yeah.
You know.
You're a father figure.
Right.
Yeah, that makes more
yeah.
sense. You're right. What a shitty person.
I mean, like, she's not good.
And do you think... Wasn't good.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the early exposure to or not social media, but just TV, reality star,
being famous and all that, probably.
Because
I mean,
it seems
it's
like
gotta be a lot.
Especially a lot of little kids when they grow up to be crazy.
You know, I'll tell you what. That actually does kind of bring up something. Yeah, your guy, strap in. This is one hell of a ride I'm going to take you on. And it's not unlike something Rich Voss has talked about. So don't think I'm like stealing his story, because it's not his story.
Wednesday, by the way. They found her Wednesday. So yesterday.
Gotcha. Hey, well, I'm talking about this. Look up to see which one did porn. So I'm curious.
Okay.
Anyway, there'll be times where, let's say, I didn't. I don't know. I'm not making enough money at my other job, or fuck. I don't go to sleep with the family. You know, shit like that. And my wife will get really irritated with me. You know, you need to bring up. You know, we live a few flights up. Like, I need you to carry the heavy water bottles. I'm like, why the fuck do I gotta carry a... Yeah, she buys water at Sam's. And it's like 55 fucking bottles of water in one package.
Yeah.
Like, you know how fucking heavy that is? Like, I'm sorry, but, I mean, listen, she shouldn't have to either, I get it. But, I mean, women's lib, right? Hey, you want to be equal? Fucking lift your equal. Not the point. But, you know, shit like that, where either I'll complain or whatever, and she'll be all on me about, you know, pissed off about, you're not doing this or that right, you know, whatever. But when you come from like pretty much being arguably an alcoholic, druggy. I wouldn't say bad druggy, but druggy.
Yeah, sure.
Smoked a lot of weed. Fucking drunk a lot. Playing shows, doing all that, and you change your life to be completely sober and to be a family guy, not going out every night, not going out any nights really. Like, it's like, really, is this what you're complaining to me about? My point is though, is when you're and to tie into that, I think some of that comes along, like the alcohol and the drugs and all that come along after you've done something. Like when you play on stage almost 4 times a week, or you're on a show or whatever, you get this like adrenaline rush. It's like,
right,
and like nothing can match that. So if you're doing that and then you just come straight home and like watch Netflix, life is so boring, and you're like, it's almost death level boring. Like, I need more. Like,
right,
either get me up back on stage or get me a vodka in my hand, Yeah. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people, is like, that's a rough.
They get their 5 minutes and then they want more.
And
it makes sense.
More. Yeah, and like nothing can match that high, so they're chasing,
Farrah Abraham.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my God, you got to check that out.
Oh, she's super hot.
It's a good. I know she's like, people hate her.
Why?
She's such a bitch, and she really is. Like, I used to get really high and watch 16 and Pregnant.
Nice.
And she was a bitch.
I know what I'll be checking out later.
But fucking she fuck. I mean, she is.
Yeah, no.
She is good at fucking.
That's what I'm gonna end my night with, probably.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Plenty of videos too, by the way. I thought it was gonna be just like a sex thing.
No,
I didn't realize
she
did
went
porn.
into porn.
Which,
by the way, I respect more. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm like, well, you know what? That's okay.
Why?
But a prostitute, ugh. Why would you go to
Well, I guess
porn? It's kind of the same thing, but I don't know.
I guess the STD rate is fairly low in porn.
It's safer.
It is.
I think it's a more respect. You're doing a service.
You are.
I mean,
right? No, I get
if
that.
you're just being a prostitute, you're not. You're.
And no one's safe with that.
No
one.
Shot, killed, whatever.
I was thinking
people could follow you home,
sex-wise, but yeah.
Yeah, STDs that can follow you home.
Yeah,
we've all had a couple of those.
Yep.
But hey, the warts, they actually feel good on the woman.
They do.
I mean,
they do.
Once they get over the pussiness of it,
right?
it's all
Yeah.
good.
It's like you just suck it off and then you're good.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, I can't even say that without cringing.
I just think about like those batons that have the little rubber things on the side.
Right.
Yep, that's my dick. Actually, I knew a guy who had warts.
Really?
Yeah, painful. He said, like, the worst thing
I bet
is getting them removed, and they still come back.
Right.
But his wife was like, he got him before he was with his wife, and she's a good woman to stay with him. I wouldn't.
Right.
You'd have to be some kind of special to be like, listen, you got genital warts.
Right.
You're still good people. But yeah, no, he says like every 3 months you got to get them burned off, and it's horrible, agonizing pain.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Anything hot. That's like the dude who got the wedding ring stuck on his dick.
Yeah.
Ow. Taking a circular saw to that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Dude, if it's going to go through the ring, it's easily going to go through the cock.
Oh, right. Ugh.
I mean, he's lucky the needle trick worked, but
right.
It still sounds awful. I mean, I've had a needle through my cock before, and it still doesn't sound as bad.
Why?
For
A Jacob's ladder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought.
No, not for.
No, I thought you meant like
weird.
Yeah. I was like,
weird.
What? This is a side of you that I didn't know.
As I say, it's the side that lays on your nose most evenings. You should know that.
You're right.
If I still had it in. But, yeah, that's another thing. Just, I respect, like, I understand how you get piercings and whatever. But it's one of those things. Like, you look at me now, you can't really tell I ever had a lot.
Yeah.
But the tattoos, I'm not, like someone like Christine or our friend Brittany, like, you're always going to be fucking tattooed. And those girls fucking irritate the shit out of me. I mean, I love them, whatever. But when you see that kind of girl out and around, you expect, like, it used to be, like, back in my day, you know, you'd see a chick like that, and you'd be like, your big in would be like, oh, hey, did you listen to the new Shadows Fall?
It's hardcore.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree.
And these girls, you can go up and be like, hey, you in Trivium? Whatever. Who?
Right.
I'm into Drake.
Right.
Like, what?
And unfortunately, I grew up in a time where girls who dress like that, who dress hardcore and stuff, they aren't. And even I'm like, now come on. Save the scene for the people who are actually...
Which is funny, because you grew... Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't even grow up
I grew up where... Yeah, which, by the way, when you have a chick that looks hardcore and is hardcore, she's like a 10. I mean,
oh, yeah.
You know.
And she's a freak.
Yeah. Well...
Almost always.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, my experience.
I don't know. I'm kind of halfway torn. Like, a lot of the one, like, the shy ones I noticed to be more freakish.
That is true. Or, like, pastors' daughters.
I've never been...
Oh.
I've always been an enemy of the church. I've never had
Well, me too. That's why I ruined their innocence.
I've never been allowed to even be near a church or a pastor.
They're definitely the kink.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I took a hit off of my mod
right before you're about to go into a story or something.
No, you brought it. But no, they're like definitely the chains and whips and like the gags and...
Really?
Oh, I'm dead serious. I'm not saying
happened?
all of them. What?
Well, what happened?
Because their parent...
I mean, share. You obviously have a personal experience.
Oh, I was with a girl like that. Like, okay, so I grew up in a very religious environment. There was a girl who... He was a pastor in a town that's about 30 minutes away from here. Wichita. Just for people who don't know.
Like a big city. A big metropolitan,
yeah. Not like the Mennonite. Those ones are hard to crack.
I bet.
I tried.
I bet.
I got through one.
Most people don't even know what we're talking about when we say Mennonite.
Yeah, they're like
Actually,
Amish. Pretty much just relate them to Amish. They're kind of one and the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Not identical.
Well, no.
If you wanted to go into specifics, we could, but we don't have time for that.
They use electricity, though. But they're kind of like the Amish.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, and I was like, okay, cool. We're going to go over to her house. Her parents are gone, whatever. It'll be a fun time. Well, what I didn't expect was the fact that she was, like, wanting to tie me up and stuff, and I'm like, no. See, I can't roll with that.
She pulled out, like, this giant strap on.
No, I can't roll with that, though.
Really?
I refuse to be tied up. I'm too paranoid.
Never?
Never.
Oh, at least once you got to.
I can't. I am way too paranoid. But I was like...
And it's not something I would definitely not be into now, but, like, at one point...
I don't think I would be.
Really?
Yeah, really. That's, like, the one thing I
I guess, too, how well did you know her?
Fairly well.
Oh.
But it's just... There's just something of... I don't know. I don't like it. And I was like, no, we can't do that. I kid you not, this is a 100% true story. She puts it up, she pulls out a tub, like a plastic tub, from underneath her bed, and she had made like a makeshift door on her bed that you have to like push in and slide, and it pulls out.
Wow.
And it's got like chains, whips, gags. I'm like...
Who's she been fucking?
I don't know.
Where'd she get her information from?
What?
I mean...
Oh, I mean, it was great, but...
Also, where'd she get these from? They homemade?
No.
Because how old was she?
She was 18.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure the day she turned 18, she probably went out.
She's just like, I'm buying all of this.
I'm like, oh my! I didn't expect it. I thought it was gonna be good, but I was like, Jesus! I didn't expect you to be like a freak. That was my first exposure.
Did she want you to use it on her, or did she want to use it on you?
Use it on her.
Oh.
Which I was totally down for.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I hate doing that.
Why?
I don't know. You can't gauge.
I don't like the gag.
Here's the thing, like with the whip or whatever, you know.
I don't like that. I didn't use that.
We've all had those, you know, where you know, and then like most of them are just fun and playful. But like immediately, I'm like, your name is Toby, you know, like
no,
I'm not sure how hard I'm gonna whack someone.
No, I didn't use the whip. I didn't use the gag, but I did use some of the tie up stuff like that.
I don't mind using the gag, by the way. Shut them the fuck up.
It's too much work for me.
I would prefer they do that and not drink sex.
Right. No, but it was crazy cool. It was a wild experience. And she wasn't like a one-round thing. She was like 3 times, let's go.
Holy fuck.
It was rough.
Of course, 18.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Like, I hadn't met anyone with a drive like that. I was like, You're gonna kill me. I'm dry. The well's dry.
You think she was a whore?
See, I don't think so. That's the thing. Because, like, she really didn't talk to guys much. She, like, we were talking about someone the other day.
Yeah.
She's like that. She's really kind of timid and shy, and she didn't really talk to people. We'd known each other for a couple years. And, like, we'd been pretty close.
Yeah, so it's probably what happens when you learn from porn, I guess. I don't know, not even porn.
Maybe?
You know, the thing I was going to mention is they bring up you should never base your sex life off, like, porn or whatever, you know? And they said more, I think, for guys. You know, like, real sex doesn't happen like that.
No.
But it doesn't. I mean, I would say 30% of the time it does.
Well, what do you mean happen like that?
I mean, I don't know exactly what
Like,
they mean by
hey,
that.
I'm here to fix your plumbing.
No. And I don't think that's what they mean. I think they mean, like, sex isn't like it is in porn.
Like that good?
I guess that's what I would go with.
Oh. No, I'd say sometimes it can be.
Yeah,
Not all
I
the
would
time.
say I would say a good 30 to 40.
If you know what you're doing.
I mean, if you're just there, and there's those times, there's a lot of times when it's just straightforward, you know, missionary, doggy, cowgirl, you know, she blows her load, you blow your load, and
sure.
you clean off your chin, and you're and you're all good. No, but they're definitely, especially in a relationship, I think it's totally like. I'd even almost go half of the time it's like porn sex.
Like, the good thing about relationships is you learn about what gets them off, too.
True.
It's not like a one-night stand where you just kind of guess. You know, you're not shit at it, but when you've been with a person for a minute, hey, okay, I know what their turn-ons are, I know...
Right. Which also leads me to my other question regarding porn sex. If girls know that guys are really into that, especially, you hear a lot of, like, I'm trying to keep my man or whatever. Why not just fucking do that more often? I mean...
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, it makes no sense to me. Just saying. Of course, here's the thing about me. I don't know. I'm out of touch, and I don't know anything about this world that we live in.
Right.
Which I might add is probably why I ask so many questions. But, you know, and we had an interesting show yesterday. If you listen to us on YouTube, you're pretty far behind. We haven't released that episode yet. So yeah, yesterday, we kind of got in. Apparently, and again, I just said this, but yeah, if you're on YouTube, you're far behind. Our other avenues are a little bit more updated than this one, than YouTube. So sorry, but yesterday we had a heated debate.
Apparently it was pretty heated.
Yeah, apparently to the listeners it was a heated debate about social media and whatever. And you know what's funny though? We talked about like I'm against, not against, but there's issues with the fact that everything you do is videotaped and blah 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 blah. And it was like later on that night I sent you from this last week of football. At a Chargers game, one of the security guards was jerking off looking at a cheerleader, and someone caught it on Instagram or Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, so you can't even be a pedophile anymore. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand this world.
Right.
Although I said pedophile, not pervert.
Right. Whatever. Can't be either.
No, it's bullshit. Just good people trying to live their life.
Right.
But yeah, so we got into this, like I said, to answer your questions, no, it wasn't a fight.
No.
It
wasn't really even heated.
No. In fact, it pretty much ended before the show even ended.
Yeah.
We moved on.
It wasn't even like a, you know what, fuck this, we're done with it.
Yeah. No, I don't think.
You almost goofed right there.
No, I was popping a bubble.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, tech talk. But...
No, and it wasn't even like a fuck this, we're cutting the show short type deal. Like,
no.
Pretty much just moving on.
No.
I mean, if that's a heated argument.
It was a, hey, I see things this way, you see... And let me also, to everyone who had a problem, who was on Cody's side, with what I was saying, I'm not word for word reading this, I don't have it up, but someone commented and said that I'm out of touch, and I'm old, and I don't know what the hell's going on, blah, 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 and she says... I spend 4 to 5 hours a day on Facebook. My name is blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read that because I'm not giving anyone whatever. I spend about 3 to 4 hours on Twitter every day, blah, blah, blah. I spend about 5 hours doing this, which is Pokemon Go. I've got a Pikachu, a Bulbasaur, blah, blah, blah. She listed a bunch of fucking Pokemon she had, and I'm a level, blah, blah, blah. I spend a lot of time on my phone, and I'm blah, blah, blah. And I'm also a mom. You're the person I'm probably talking to. Yeah. I hate to say it, but listen, bitch.
That's 7 hours on social media.
Here's my thing, too. If you're naming all this shit about you, and you end it with, and I'm a mom, nothing like, hey, and I have a daughter, she's blah, 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 she's blah. No, you can't even mention shit about your kid. This is who I'm talking about. You're a shitty parent. I'm sorry. I don't know you as a person, but you're a shitty parent.
Well, that's 7 hours on Facebook and Twitter alone.
Right.
That's almost half a day.
This is the people I'm talking about. I wasn't talking about people that get on Facebook, and there was a lot of people.
Gotta take a quick break.
We're back. Sorry, I had a
active shooter.
Active shooter. No, I had a loose connection, and it was like really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are the people I was talking to. If you're on Facebook or social media, it's been a couple hours. I don't give a shit. If you're watching TV, whatever, you're on it. I don't care. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about, though, what I meant is people that is their life. And I wasn't even really attacking that. This is what I hate about this, is I wasn't going after. This shows how well you guys were listening on this. I was more saying, if that encompasses your world, then you're more likely to be harassed by like a video of yourself being blown. I wasn't even going after the people that are like that. I was just saying, if you are like that and you have a video of you and you're in middle school, then you can't get away from
well, and moreover,
that
I think you're also.
That's all I meant.
I think you're also arguing about getting your news from Facebook.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I always do that, and because, like, I consider you to be well informed, but I would say maybe once a month or so, you'll bring me up a story, and it's fake. And you are a well-informed person, but how many people aren't?
Right.
And the thing is like, that's not... Your Alex Jones and people like that will say, that's freedom of speech, blah, 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 but it's not. I mean, it's like me saying, did you hear Oprah loves it in the ass?
I bet she does, though.
She probably does.
I mean...
Bigger girls tend to.
Yeah.
But not the point. She just lost 40 pounds, by the way.
I know.
I saw that on CNN. By the way, CNN, fucking work on your news if that's on your fucking front page. But, no, it's just like, do some research, blah, blah, blah. We've come a long way. There's a lot of people. I mean, and we've all had that, like... I remember Rage Against the Machine, Zach De La Rocha. In fact, the time I met Timmy C was talking to me about how, like, my generation plays too many video games, watches too much TV. There's a war out there that we need to be fighting, and we turn our brains off, and, that's what we need to avoid. And he's 100% right. You're totally right. I agree. But you do need a valve. You can't always be militant and I'm ready to stand up from being oppressed and whatever,
I don't think there's anything wrong with turning your brain off every now and then.
I don't think so.
I think when you're spending 7 hours a day on social media or games, I mean, I'm not going to lie, that recently since school's been out, work's been slow, I do spend a lot of time playing video games. There's nothing else to do.
I still don't spend more than like 5 hours a day. And that's by the way, that's like probably 3 hours by myself, like after I've spent my time with my kid and everything else,
Right.
And I don't watch a lot of movies or TV, but that's not the point. The thing is like my big thing against Facebook and social media people is like, that's like, they're just making themselves uninformed, and they've had a lot of generations of people that have fought and have stood up for our rights and whatever, and just not, for me, it's not respecting all of that work. that has been done before it by just saying, okay, well, I believe what Uncle Joe posted from Infowars.com. So fuck you. You know, that's my take. But yeah, a lot of people that do not.
Yeah. I was surprised. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised.
Well, for the most part, they're on your side, so.
I know, but
you were the
here's the thing, though. You say they're on my side, but I'm not even going to take it that far. Like, they took it farther than I was going to take it. Like, for someone to say that it's a cornerstone of society, and that if you're not on Facebook, then you're just old and out of touch. I'm not going to take it that far. I do not see how that's a cornerstone of society. Cornerstone of society is not...
It's banking.
It's not getting on Facebook sharing memes all day, which I do, definitely. Right. I definitely share a ton of memes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I mean, I was doing... Towards the election, that's all I was doing a lot of my time.
Right.
Just to irritate people on the other side.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
If you... Okay, here's the thing. If you're saying it's a cornerstone of society... then I want to see that it's somehow making a difference in society. Because cornerstones, they're impactful.
To play the devil's advocate on this, it may have decided our election.
Right.
It has...
But also in a negative connotation, because it was fake news.
Right, but just like how Hitler won Man of the Year.
Through Facebook?
No. No, at Time. From Time. In 1940, whatever. But yeah, I mean... Negative, yes, but... And didn't ISIS, their leader, didn't he win like 2 years ago?
I don't think so.
I feel like he did.
Did he?
I don't know. We've had some weird Man of the Year...
Right, yeah.
People. And I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't fully... I think there's a lot of people doing really good stuff out there, and they should... Like, we not to, you know, to get too much off on a tangent here, but like, the guy from... Hollywood Undead, the Deuce. Like, he wrote this article for Hit Parader about how, like, the world just focuses on negativity and blah, blah, blah. And he's totally right. That's all, I mean, and that's what sells, I guess. I mean, look, they thought we had a big fight, and that was one of our biggest shows, so, you know.
What?
Which makes me say we need to fight more.
Right.
Constantly. You need to attack your stupid curly hair.
So I didn't say anything about ISIS becoming Man of the Year, but...
Or their leader.
I did see Dabiq, the official magazine of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria or ISIS, has named American presidential Donald Trump its Man of the Year.
Wow. What an honor.
This was, I don't know. Why am I not seeing anywhere?
I'm sure that'd be this year.
Probably.
I mean, I doubt it was last year.
What does that say? Like, our president-elect is now...
But they kind of had to. Even the Times did, in a way.
That wasn't us, though.
No, but the Times. They also had to. I think so, because he was all over the news. He was everything.
Right.
The last year. He's still kind of everything, to be honest. Getting really trumped out.
Oh, me too.
He's a fucking bumbling moron. Just fucking... That's who he is.
Right.
And you all elected him.
No, I agree. Just look at the time real quick, make sure we still good. I have something interesting. It's a little off topic.
Yeah.
But apparently, since as of last mid-December to this mid-December, homicides in most of America's big cities have gone up, like, a ton.
Really?
Like, let's see. Let me just read this little excerpt. 16 of the 20 largest police departments reported a year-over rise in homicides. Some of them are just little notched increases. Percentage-wise, guess how much Chicago has jumped up since last year?
29.
56.
Holy fuck!
With more than 720 murders since 2015.
That's a lot of...
I saw this video the other day on Facebook.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Drugs, maybe? That's what the article was kind of talking about, was like they're trying to figure it out. They think a lot of it, some of it in certain instances have stemmed from harassment of young black people.
All right, yeah. But I'm sure that's a small amount.
It is, but they think a lot of it's due to drugs. Otherwise, they're just kind of trying to figure out what the hell is happening to society.
And what drugs? I mean, They have the same drugs we had 10 years ago.
Right.
You know, and fucking weed's legal now, so...
Right.
I mean, not everywhere, but most places.
Chicago's homicide count, it hasn't seen this high since the drug wars in 1990s.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess you just stay away from Chicago. I have a cousin who lives in Chicago, by the way.
Oh, really?
He's rich, though.
I saw this video.
He doesn't live around the south side.
I saw this video of this guy sitting in his car. He had like a convertible, and he leaned up, and he was videotaping. Pointed in one direction, gunshots. Pointed in 4 different directions, you heard different gunshots. And by the way, what I did not realize, did you know that D. Wade's cousin got shot in Chicago?
Yeah, I did.
Nakia Aldridge? I didn't know that. No, I just found that out reading this article too, and that kind of blew my mind. Like, I never heard about that.
I wonder if it was after he played in Chicago or not. Like, when was that? It was recent, wasn't it? Or no, it was a while ago.
Nah, I don't think it was recent.
Whatever, it's not that important. I mean, D. Wade is barely relevant anymore.
Right, yeah. I mean...
That's weird, though.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it was this last year, because it says, as the bodies in Chicago pile up, including that of...
Oh, so
it sounds like it was...
since he's been there.
Yeah.
Hey, you come play for a team, we'll shoot you.
Right. I just thought that was interesting, like, 720 murders in 1 year.
And I'm sure most are black.
Oh, I'm sure most of Chicago is.
Yeah, there's some white guys. There's the old Bears.
Bears.
You got that guy.
Right.
There's a bunch of those guys.
That's true. Doing the Super Bowl shuffle.
And they just won the fucking World Series. Why are they killing each other? Be happy.
Right?
I haven't seen this since 1930, whatever. I don't know. It's some cocksucker year they talk about all the time.
What makes a year a cocksucker year?
Depression. And old. This was a cocksucker year. 2016 was definitely...
Oh, it definitely was. Did you know they're coming out with the Emoji movie in 2017?
Oh my god. 2017 might be the cocksucker year.
No, if it is honestly worse than 2016,
it could be.
I'm going to kill myself.
It could be.
We
had an Angry Birds movie come out this year.
That wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. But an Emoji movie? Really?
Yeah, but you know what? People probably said that when, like, the Lego movie came out. Or was going to be coming out. They're like, a fucking Lego movie?
No, everyone loves Legos.
Well, I mean, I think some of that's hindsight, right?
No! I was stoked for the Lego movie to come out.
Yeah, but you're a kid.
I'm 20 years old.
Yeah, but then you were a kid.
No, that was like 2 years ago.
2 or 3? I don't know. But my point is, like, you were more in touch with what Lego's been doing.
Well, I guess.
They're pretty funny. And but if you don't know, like, what the fuck is this?
I grew
then
up
you watch it and you're
games.
like, holy shit, this is funny.
I grew up playing the games, though.
They're great games.
Although, I tell you what, I don't like, I don't like the
Pussy?
Yeah, exactly. I don't like the newer movies or the newer games where they talk.
I don't mind it.
I don't like it.
I don't mind it.
Like, the first one I played was the Avengers one, which, first of all, I didn't like that game, to be honest.
I didn't like that movie.
Me either. But I don't like that they talk. I liked the funny, just like grunting. I thought that was funny.
That's how you like to bone your women too. It's like when they have that weird grunting.
A club foot.
My favorite. Hey, speaking though of Chicago and black people.
Okay.
Cultural appropriation.
Okay.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
As white people, why don't we talk about black people doing that more?
I don't know.
It's always on us. It's always on the white guy.
Sure.
And you know what? Most of the time, it probably is. Should be.
Right.
You know, but if you're going to say, like, we can't run around wearing Uggs and I don't know what else, fucking, I don't know.
Right.
But Beyonce dyes her hair blonde, lightens her skin. Shouldn't people give her shit about cultural appropriation? And I know you were going to say, well, yeah, but who's making fun of that? The fucking dumb blonde is always a joke.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Right.
Or, another person that I love, Russell Westbrook, fucking wearing the nerd glasses and the bow tie.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's another, like,
Right. That's a hipster thing.
A lot of nerds fucking get their fucking ass handed to them.
Yeah.
You know,
They fought hard for that look.
I'm just saying.
No, they haven't really fought hard. They just got their ass kicked a lot for that look.
Yeah, they didn't fight. No, but there's like all these, the whole MTV thing. That video is kind of response to that. Some people were, and you're gonna get it when you say, "Hey, white men don't do this," and that's the only group. And it led me to an idea.
Okay.
We, in the next following segments, should come up with white women, black men, black women, Middle Eastern men. Don't do this for 2017.
I feel like that's not a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Don't be a coward on this.
I may have to back out of that one.
Do not back down on this. Is a good idea that should go further.
I don't know.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, sure. If you want to tell people how to live their lives, whatever. Now, careful, though. We're having a heated debate right now.
No, we are.
This is getting pretty heated.
This is getting crazy.
People are going to think that we're really,
just about to punch each other.
A lover's fight.
Yes.
A lover's quarrel.
I like a good lover's quarrel.
Yeah, me too.
If it ends right.
An angry sex?
Yeah, usually it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It just ends in, a silent treatment.
Yeah. I'm sorry. All right.
Well, no, don't be sorry. Suck my dick. Aggressively.
Right. Well, see, I don't even get the sorry. I'm the one that has to say I'm sorry.
Right,
just for it to be fucking over.
Right.
Ugh.
You mess up, you still have to apologize.
Yeah.
Or if she messes up,
you still. But it's a relationship. White women, stop doing that.
Stop being bitches.
Stop being cunts.
Right.
Which I love. My wife was saying, my son called me. He said, "Hey, you're like Batman," and she except for Daddy's not as rich. And I'm like, and I said, and he's not married to a cunt. I love the fact that my wife didn't take offense to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Man, it's a pretty good thing I got going here. Anyway, I think that does it for us. We'll probably be back, I don't know, sometime soon. Hopefully before Christmas. If not, Happy Hanukkah.
Yule.